course, after you die, always you need to pay attention to the wave. Here, look. Like after, like, well, not after you die, like right, like after, before you recall, like now you can't just leave the wave like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minions. You cannot leave the wave like this.
I get that. However, when I look at my HP at that point, I'm like within single Varus Q or E or whatever range, so...
That's the thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So here, look at this. Varus used his E. That is 18 seconds. Then, look at the Varus. He used the Q. What abilities does he have if you woke up? Plus, you let Evelyn go here. You ping Evelyn to stay here, and you stay here, and you push.
Okay.
Because this is the reason why you should push. Of course, if Evelyn is not here, I'm like, oh, but I'm scared because, you know, I'm alone. Absolutely. Of course. Like, if Evelyn is not here, you should never take this decision of pushing. But she's here, so this is why you should like prioritize to push. AP is the best thing that you can have here. Again, you're doing the same mistake with the runes. You're getting per level when you play AD carry, and you also have Lux against Vex with Ignite, so this is not a safe lane. I mean, I would understand if they have Yuumi with Twitch and you play safe, but in 99.9% of the cases, especially in low elo, it's much more consistent to just get per level. And you're gonna see this even in, look at this, per HP flat, HP flat, HP flat, HP flat, HP flat, and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Sometimes, very rarely, you're gonna see per level if it's like a super safe lane, but I mean, I don't think there is any safe lane in bronze. They're always fight, whether you play against a Janna or a Twitch, they'll fight, they'll take stupid fights, and the HP is gonna help you. So I would personally do that. The fact that you're leashing here is not good, because you have a Lux, so it's really important to get a push, and they have a Varus. Of course, you play in bronze, so it's really, it's a bit
here
tough.
the jungler even specifically pinged for it, so I didn't
Yeah, but
want
did
to.
you ask him? Did you communicate with him what happens if you're leashing? Because if you're telling him,
No.
is it okay if we don't leash, we hard lose the lane if we leash. Like, if you're saying this and he has in mind this, compared to him looking at the lanes and being completely clueless about what's going to happen, because it's a bronze jungle. Like, you can't tell to me that, okay, this guy knows that if we don't get priority, we're going to lose. He knows that the volatility of the lane phase is very high, and he knows that Varus is stronger than the Kai'Sa in the early game. This guy is first timing Evelyn. Like, he doesn't know how Evelyn works. So if you're saying this and you're just giving the information and he says, no, sorry, I need a leash, that's fine. But if you're not even giving him the information and you're expecting him to know, he won't know. Right? So try to ask. I think it's just
I usually play with all chat disabled.
Okay,
Yeah,
no problem. It's no worries. Let's see how much you leash though. Okay, 5 auto attacks with Q, that's perfect. You also go short way, that's perfect. I don't know why you're going long like this, because you're playing.
Because I didn't think that we would win the 1v1 if we actually met in the middle.
Kai'Sa, the best champion in the game, level 1, isolated Q and 5 auto attacks against Varus with Dark Harvest, and Varus level 1, Lucian level 1, completely garbage.
Okay.
And then Vex, he has the fear, so that is a problem. But the thing is, the Q or the E of the Lux also kind of hits hard. So it's like, okay, you are a 9 out of 10, he's a 5, this guy is a 7, and your Lux is an 8. So it's like significantly, you want them to be here. You win it so hard.
Okay, okay.
And let's see what you're gonna do. I hope you're gonna push and you're gonna stay on the side of the wave so you don't get poked. I hope you're not gonna go for trades. You Q and you try to push. Okay, you don't know where is Vex. Vex could be here. This is very greedy. Okay, so you went... Okay, yeah, I would say that you got very lucky that you actually woke up like that and you didn't get punished. I mean, usually when I woke up like this, I try to be like super scared because you don't know where is Vex. She could be here, hitting you over the wall. She could be here, hitting you like this. So, I mean, you can say, okay, but it worked. Yes, but I just feel like next game, if you play against a Vex that is not AFK in the beginning, yeah, look how far she is.
So what should I do here?
You should walk up and you should expect Vex to be into the brush. So you should walk up in a position where even if Vex is in the brush, you don't get poked. Like this, you shouldn't Q. There's no reason to Q now. The minions are so healthy. You should just stay on the side here. Last hits. And if you really need to Q because the minions are getting overwhelmingly low and you know you're gonna miss them, you Q. But now, it's like they're not low. They're like pretty low, but low is like this HP. Look, this is low. Like I have to Q because now it's like, why are you using Q? Because Varus is backing off. Like, you need to push, but like don't force it. Don't use too much mana. Like now.
Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett, both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visite.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against.
I'll just play it like really slow. I'll play it really slow, and if I see Vex, then I would Q the minions and I would push. So now, Is it good that you're walking up? Absolutely. We don't know where is Vex, so you can't be here, even if Varus is here, because Vex could be here. And you can't be here because Vex is gonna walk up over the wall. So where should I be? What should I be doing? Well, if Vex is here, we know the range of Vex. The range of Vex is this range. Okay, if Vex is here, we know the range of the Vex. So what should I be doing? Stay here. Stay here, stay here, stay here, anywhere away of the range. So where should I be depends on where can she possibly be and what abilities does she have. That's why this is already like, because you see, when I see Varus doing this, it's like, okay, so he has a plan. It's like you got very lucky because with this kind of playstyle, like, oh, but maybe he's bad, let me try it. It's like you're gonna get to silver and demote the next day because in silver people are playing a bit better than in bronze. So it's like, it's a very inconsistent playstyle. Outplay, you should play with a playstyle that works in every rank. So let's see what you're gonna do. So let's see what you're gonna do right now. So you get the prio here, Varus E's and he backs off right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minions on the blue side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minions on the red side. And we also have to take a look at the HP of the Varus and he's backing off. So my question is, do you have priority now? Yes or no?
Yes.
True. You have the priority because the difference between the minions, of course, we just counted them. It's one more on you, but you also have to kind of like look at his body language, HP. It's like he's not pushing like a psychopath, like a maniac. Okay, I'm gonna get the push. So the worst thing that you can do right now is like, let me just push, keep pushing. Not really. Like you should walk up on him and try to zone him because you see he's not really pushing. You see he's backing off. So it's like, you shouldn't like keep pushing. It's like, yes, the plan was let me get the push, but once you see he surrenders the push, once you see he's backing off, or once you see he's not hitting the minions anymore, you don't need to keep pushing. You only need to get more auto attacks than him. But once he stopped from hitting, you don't need to keep hitting, you know. So that's what you should be doing right here. You should try to be like zone, because here you like got very time low. Oh, I need to push, I need to push. Let me queue, go. But it's like, yeah, but he got the push. It's like, okay, get the push. But like, look at this right now. Like you have the push. It's like, good, just last it. Very good, yeah. Very nice. You didn't like, oh, I'm gonna push. No, you have it. Count the minions, you have it. Now you can just walk up on them. And let me just see what you're gonna do, because so have level 2 advantage, but not anymore, because they also get level 2 advantage. Lux is walking up. Positioning is a bit bad, because when Lux is gonna try to get something, we know the Lux range is this range. So if she's gonna get the Q, your positioning is very bad. Like positioning should always be like, you're gonna see challenger players saying that you should be parallel, but what they don't say is that you have to be parallelly close to the support. So this positioning is good. Because if she Qs the Vex here, you're like, you have to kind of walk up here, which means you're gonna get poked by Varus. But if you're staying here and she gets someone here, you can just hit from here. But this is kind of bad. And the worst thing is that you have more minions, they have less minions. So what should you be doing right now?
Trying to zone them.
Exactly, trying to zone them. And if they walk up for minions, you should just try to poke them. You see you're clicking right here, that is like, I don't want to say it's clueless, but it's like no reason to click on the river right now. And it's like, let's see what you're gonna do right now. So Lux is walking up, obviously. Again, I think the reason why you're not walking up here and you're just doing the opposite, yes, positioning is not good. You should be with Lux. Yes, you have more minions, so you should be walking up anyways. You should get ready to poke Varus. Yes, also as Lux is walking up, you should mirror her and not back off as she's walking up right here. Like multiple mistakes here. I tend to think that maybe you had your camera on like this instead of having like a bit more like this, so you can see her walking up, see her the HP of the people. And look what you're gonna do right here. Like here, she's walking up, boom, look at your clicking, and look at her clicking. It's like completely not synergy. And anyways, you have more minions here, so like you clicking back is by default very bad. Very, very bad. Yeah, and then she gets poked for no reason and you can't really react to this, and this is like a byproduct of the positioning. As you can see, you can't really hit anyone, you have to walk so much, and here just keep staying like relatively close to the Lux. I'm not saying stay here, but standing here is like a must. Just that's like near her, like here. Because you see, like what can you do now? It's like there's nothing you can do because you're not positioning yourself properly. I see. And I hope you're gonna crush, and then you just need to ward because it's the third wave, and usually you get ganked after the third wave.
I'm really suck at warding. That's
yeah. So right now, ideally you wanna ward before the third wave is in the middle, but you can also ward like after you push the third wave, like now, like 2:53. Like worst case, you get ganked at 2:35. But usually you get ganked after 2:55 to 3:20. Like this is like like 80% of the cases you're gonna get ganked. 20% of the, maybe 10 to 20% of the cases you're gonna get ganked at 2:35. So now it would be a good time to ward, especially because your wave is pushing. So it's like, why are you losing? Okay, you might say, okay, but I can pressure them now. Well, true, but you know.
And, yeah, I wanted to avoid them freezing it here, but yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you're gonna get gank, it's even worse. Plus, if you really want it, like you ward, and then if you know you're safe for the gank, you can just anyway crush because you have more HP than the Varus, so you can like not force a fight, but just push them out of the wave. So yeah, you're not gonna go for a ward. Yeah, so what we're seeing and witnessing right now on the screen, is that no matter what we're gonna find in the late game, these are big mistakes in the early game. So we're probably gonna spend minimum half of the session from what we have in the early game, and talking about the early game.
Yeah.
Super important. Interesting. W here. Didn't QW at the same time? Let's see. Yeah, you should just try to channel. You know that you QW at the same time. You can actually channel that at the same time. If you do that, it's like really important to hit your W because it's just plasma stack.
It's huge burst.
It's 3 stacks, so it's like really huge. It's really huge. Actually, it's 2 stacks and evolve is 3 stacks, but it's actually like really insane. Like you should just double. Like auto attack here compared to W is like, if you hit W and if you can hit W and you have the angle, which she's like asking you to double, you're like, what is she doing here?
Yeah.
Okay, so aggressive for no reason. I see. Then you stay in the lane, you keep the wave here. They're kind of like trying to push you. Okay, you walk up on them. Okay, try to open with W, which is, be very careful because again, this is a very big thing. Like W is so important for Kai'Sa. It's so important. It can make the difference between you killing someone and dying. So you should not use it like to like hit someone, especially to start a fight like this. If Lux is gonna stun, or you know or root, or you know this fight is gonna last for like minimum 5 seconds and you're gonna be inside of a fight, W is helping you a lot. Should never use W to poke. Unless you're playing like full AP for items, which is a different case. But here, you don't want to, like, even if you hit this and you just chunk them a bit and then the fight is gonna start, it's not worth it. If she goes in and you have W after, it's so much more worth. Because you can proc the passive right away. So it's super important. And then here, we don't know where they are on both lanes, so I hope you're gonna, okay, so they're actually staying here. Let's see. So very, see. Here you should also like push the wave right away. Because you have the wave is very bad here, very bad stated. But what do I mean by that? Why do I say it's bad stated wave? What makes it bad here, you think?
I don't really know.
So this wave right now is slow pushing into them because we have significantly more minions than them, and it's gonna like stay here, so you can get ganked at any given time. Anything that is on their side is pretty bad. Like in the middle is okay, but now you can see it's like not gonna be in the middle. Like you have this wave right here and you have your wave, so the waves are gonna be here. It's gonna be very bad for you. So you really need to crush. Plus this is like super okay, so I guess we have like big mistakes. We need to fix this, and I think the coaching is gonna be very nice. Yes.
So on what here, why push So here I should try to push this wave because the next one is still far off and I can crash this one.
If you think you can crush it in time, you should do it. The thing is, you have one item with Doran's blade and it's too slow. It's too slow right now. So if you're doing it from here, like right, okay, now push before it even spawns, you're okay. If you do it right away when the next wave came, like now. But the thing is, you waited so much now, so then you can't crush now. You have to crush on the next one. You have to crush like now. Like you can see that you're just backing off. You wanted to recall, you have like a different plan. You have to crush before this, and you really need to communicate with your support. So if you're here, I mean, okay, this is like very bad because you're like probably just looking to, like, you just need to ping assistance, and you need to like try to push this because Lux is just clueless. She didn't really know what to do, and this is not even the beginning. Like, you see your positioning, we talked about this, but the worst thing about this play is like, you see Lux here, you see Vex, you go on the first target, you go on the first, that's good. You eat. Who should you focus right now?
Vex.
Of course, you have the minions, she's so close to you. The root of Lux, the plasma went on her. Super important. Super important. Yeah, we need to play more support. Because if you...
How is it? Because sometimes I hear that when you start trading in the dual lane, you pretty much should focus the ADC unless it's almost guaranteed kill. So when is it that I should focus the support instead?
So,
like how to differentiate those?
Okay, so the thing is, it's really rare that you can choose who to focus. That's the reality.
Okay.
Right? It's like majority of the cases, you're just focusing the guy that you know you can get more auto attacks on. It's like, yes, majority of the cases it's better to go on the AD carry. Yes, you should always consider going on the AD carry, but realistically speaking, 99.9% of the cases you won't be able to choose, because here it's a pretty like a no-brainer, right? Like Vex is here, Varus is here, so how should I choose if I should go on the Varus or Vex? Well, first of all, it's distance.
This one is clear. Yeah.
I can have like 7 attacks on this guy and like maybe 4 on this guy. It's even HP, but this is like even if Vex is like full HP, you're anyways going on Vex.
Okay.
You're not going on this guy. Why? It's because on this guy you can get 3 auto attacks, on this guy you can get 7. If the Varus is 1 HP and you know you can like flash on him and just get him fast and then refocus on the Vex, yes, you can focus the backline target and you can focus the AD carry. But in the majority of the cases, if you know you're not able to like one-shot the backline target or kill him in a very fast period of time and just run or like back, it's better to hit the closest target.
Okay.
So closest target rule is king. The fact that, oh, but I need to focus the AD carry, it's kind of the thing that you ask people, oh, what should you do on AD carry? Well, you should prioritize farm. Like, not really. There are so many cases where you prioritize fights and you hover the river and you move there. It's like this kind of like myths that you have to focus the, you know, the AD carries. Like majority of the cases, like it's always adaptation on the situation, but majority of the cases you cannot choose. You're not gonna get to choose. And yeah, we just die here. Of course, after you die, always you need to pay attention to the wave. Here, look, like after, like, well, not after you die, like right, like after, before you recall, like now you can't just leave the wave like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 minions. 1 2 3 4 5 6 minions. You cannot leave the wave like this.
I get that. However, when I look at my HP at that point, I'm like within single Varus Q or E or whatever range. So
that's the thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So here, look at this. Varus used his E. That is 18 seconds. Then look at the Varus. He used the Q. What abilities does he have if you woke up? Plus, you let Evelyn go here. You ping Evelyn to stay here, and you stay here, and you push.
Okay.
Because this is the reason why you should push. Of course, if Evelyn is not here, I'm like, oh, but I'm scared because, you know, I'm alone. Absolutely. Of course. Like, if Evelyn is not here, you should never take this decision of pushing. But she's here, so this is why you should like prioritize to push. Okay, let's see. Alrighty, so you buy call. The thing is, see, you're buying call, but the thing is you're not gonna scale better than Varus. And you're not gonna scale better than Malzahar, Belveth. I guess you have Kale. But it's like you're playing to scale in a rank where the first 20 minutes is the most important thing. So I wouldn't buy Call unless you can buy it in the first 3 to 4 minutes. Like now in 6 minutes, I think you can just snowball.
The reason why I was buying that is because I wanted to go for the Eclipse, and with Cal it gives me the Q evolve once I get Eclipse.
Okay,
so
I see.
I buy that as a quote
good.
unquote free.
That's good.
Free AD for.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's good. That's normal. That's optimal. Forget that you're gonna go for that build, and you're gonna go for pickaxe here. So is that so? You're buying what first?
Yep. I go for pickaxe and Cal.
Okay, so what are you buying first? Like what item?
Eclipse. Here pickaxe. For Eclipse, yeah.
Okay, so you're buying the pickaxe. That's fine. That's fine because it's the most AD possible.
Yeah.
And then you're getting Call. Only thing is that you should never get double potion. Okay, oh, I guess you have 121 gold only. There is Varus, but it's not like Varus would, it doesn't have Comet and
I would ideally I try to buy a refillable. Here I felt like it was heavy poking, so I wanted to get back in LAN and get some potions, but
yeah,
ideally I would go for refillable.
Based on what happened in the last 5 minutes, did they really poke you? Because it just felt like you were going on them and like you were getting chunked, but it's not like, oh, I'm getting poked, you know, before the fight. It doesn't feel like. Plus they have look at the runes and look, you know what happened in the lane. Like I personally would go only one potion, or if I can get a fill, I will get a fill. But I would like 100 gold to use it for a lane where I'm not sure if they're gonna poke me. It's like not so good. So what are you gonna do here? Are you gonna freeze? That's good, nice. Yeah, and just the synergy with the support is extremely weak. Like it just feels like you're not really playing Kai'Sa. Like you're just playing like, I feel like what you're like seeing right now in this lane is like this, like this is the lane. Okay, where is Varus? Okay, this is the lane right here, and what you're doing, like this is the lane, and this is what you should be playing. But what you're playing right now, like you don't really think about the wave, you don't really think about the champions that you have. You're like just playing Kai'Sa, true, but playing Kai'Sa with Lux against Varus, Vex, so different variables plus the wave state that is important. So this is what we're gonna do in the coaching session. We're gonna try to like kind of add some more variables, like for example support. Stay close to her and get ready, because if she's gonna walk up right here, you should be right here. Where are you going? Look at this.
I kind of don't understand. I had no idea why she's walking up there. So I would, at this wave state, I would further stay back, let the wave stay where it is. So
wait,
yeah, that's why I'm not going there.
How does Lux work? What do you want to do if you play Lux?
Poke them out.
Okay, so then what is she doing here? Well, she's trying to poke. So what if you just stay here and you W and you help her with the poke and you then back off? What do you lose?
Okay.
So it's like you want to play around your dynamic of support. Like what does she want to do? She wants to poke. And either ways, even if she's inting, you staying here and trying to help out with the double and running away, it's more important. It's better than just standing here and just watching, you know? Like I shouldn't necessarily follow her, but just like cover her in a way where if she wants to poke, she can just back off afterwards, like not being overextended. Like now you should just W as well. Like if you were here, just W Vex. And in this case, I agree with the W because you can't really do anything else because you have the wave coming into you and she's pretty far, but W here is okay. I mean, you're just gonna chunk. Look at you okay. Right now. Didn't do anything here. Didn't double, didn't do anything. Okay, so now we're playing weak side, so you're not really gonna see anything aggressive. Let's see. Did you hit your W here? Nice. Okay, not really. I see.
Messed up again. Yeah.
Yeah, the W usage will. Like W for Kai'Sa is like SoloQ, really. Like literally. Like if you miss it, then you just straight up lose a fight. Like here, you should just auto attack her, move here, and then just W.
Yep.
Because this will never work here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do this, and of course, she will insta die there if you. And then you cleanse here for. What was your thought process
that was just. I hoped to get rid of the stacks, but I messed up completely. So,
yeah, but you know it doesn't work like that, right? Like you still.
Yeah.
So why did you take cleanse here? Just for.
Primarily for the Varus ult.
Varus is really low, so you're just pushing here. Interesting. Okay, so you just followed here. You just pushed the wave, that's fine. Moved. Purchase W. That's nice. Varus is 1 HP. So you should push. I don't like that you're not forward. Like, why are you clicking back here? Should just be right here. Get ready to W. Varus is recalling right here. Why is he able to stay here with this HP? Stay here, W him. Stay here, W him. Stay here, W him. Like, don't let him do it. You know he's low HP. Like, you don't need to W the Vex. And then you push. Keep pushing. Yeah, just use your E. Keep pushing. Because he's low. You want to take plates now. He needs to recall. And now just keep pushing. Q the wave, E the wave. Like, insta push. Because you know he recall or he's right here with 1 HP. So you should do it a lot faster with the Q. Okay. Last time when you use Q in the lane, you push so fast even though you cut the push. And now when you need to urgentize the push, make it more urgent, it's like you're not doing it. So the wave management is something that we need to work on. Okay. Jungle is taking Drake. That's another variable. It's right there. Then you W. Was it a W for the ultimate? Just with the purpose of, hey, maybe I can ulti?
Yeah.
It can be fine. It's just right now you can't really ulti into a Vex like this because, I mean, you might have damage. It's just don't know where is Varus, so I wouldn't really use W unless the Lux is actually hitting the Q and then I use WR. So I wouldn't like risk this, but I like that you're like at least just following this. Also, there is the river here. Okay, just ignore this. It's not important. We're not good because this is more urgent than this. I mean, if you're gonna lose 2 minions, 3 minions, 40 gold for a fight that is so urgent here, as you can see. I mean, now you should just move. Like, you should not W here. You should just keep moving here. Stay here. If she hits the Q, you WR, kill her. If she doesn't hit the Q and she backs off, you go on this guy.
So, based on what I decide if I should be moving to the river fights or rather take farm, because if I take the minions, that's some guaranteed income, while the river fights are usually just a fiesta, and like I feel like I never know like if that will actually be worth it or not. So I rather lean towards taking the guaranteed income.
Yes. So if you think you can do something reliable into the team fight, or your team is already in big team fight that they cannot get out, while also you're able to have a chance in the team fight, you should always consider moving there. For example, if you move your camera here, this fight is very close to you. Like, it just takes 5-6 seconds to get there. 2, your Evelyn is in full shit here. Like, she's inside of a fight. It's not like she's gonna get in the fight. No, she is inside of a fight. 3, there is no number advantage in the enemy team that can, you know, make you force this coin flip. Like, this is doable. It's close to you, and the risk is you're losing 3 to 4 minions. This minions gives you 42 gold. This minion gives you 21. So you're losing 60 gold for a reward of a kill. So you should always consider moving on the river if the fight is 1, reliable, and you can do something there, you can get a kill, or 2, your teammates are already fighting, you know they will die if you're not there, and the fight is doable. The situations where you shouldn't fight, you shouldn't follow is if this is like 3 versus 1, she's already dead. You don't fight. If she's really low, she's already dead. You don't fight. You keep pushing. Stuff like that. Or if she's right here so far from you, you're not gonna get it in time. You're pushing. So it's either if the distance is too long or if the fight is just too... it's unwinnable. Like here, it is winnable. Why? It's 1v1. Okay, she's more lower, but it's still 1v1. You have ult. It's also pretty close. Look at this. It's pretty close. So yeah, should just be going there. Look at this. Should just be standing there. Look at this. And this is actually a big thing because you look at the Belva. He would have just died. He would have just died, and I think you killed the Vex as well there with the W, because you still have the W, right? So you would actually play this better. You would be here when Vex is here. You W over the wall, and this is actually a big thing because when I saw your games, look at this. You have 12 kills, 8 deaths, 39 minutes. You should do minimum, absolute minimum 40k damage. I opened the damage, I think 28. It's already a red flag. Yep. I'm asking, okay, are we farming too much? Are we ignoring too many fights? Are we then this game? Because it's like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence. 25 minutes, okay, it's a normal, so you should do more than 1k per minute. Minimum, absolute minimum 30,000. We open, you do 30,000. Again, this is a normal game, but then when we look to the rank, okay, this is not a realistic. Okay, this one, 41 minutes, minimum 40,000. Boom, 28,000. You see, it's like, and I checked a lot of games. Happens like majority, like look, 22 kills, 33 minutes. You'd expect, oh, I did minimum 40,000, right? Like, look, who is gonna kill me? Like, Garen is so easy to play against. Barayat is so easy to play against. Boom, open and 36. Okay, this was better. You see, this is how your game has to look. But it just feels like it's very inconsistent, and I feel like it's because
Yeah.
grouping as much as you should. Not
No,
like farming
I'm
it.
definitely not grouping as much. That's one of the things I know. That's like, and it relates to what I just said. I feel like so many times in here, like I don't really understand like why people are fighting there in the first place. I just don't want to be fighting some random shit in the river or their jungle if there is like no objective which we can take. I can rather be taking farm. So yeah, I usually tend to lean towards like going for the farm than trying to fight random fights.
The problem is that you know that the random fights that your team they're fighting for, if the Varus is actually following and you're not, Varus is gonna win the random fight and he's gonna get 600 gold while you get 100 gold. And the thing is, the random fight that you don't follow, your team is also gonna die there. So your enemy team is gonna get free gold. So it's like not realistic to be like, okay, we're gonna fight for this objective. So the objective is to help your teammates. The objective is to win the fight. The objective is to get as much gold as possible in just in the early game.
So even though the fight itself might not be, let's say, optimal decision, it's still better to participate in the bad fights than not. Than trying to do the...
If the fight is completely unwinnable, like you're looking and it's 1v4, you should not fight. If you're looking and it's 2v4, you should not fight. If you're looking and it's 3v4, you should only fight if you're super strong and you know you can like outplay them. Otherwise, I would not risk. But if you're asking me, should I consider following the 4v4 on the river when the distance is really close to me, they're inside of a fight and I know I could do something there? Yeah, why not? It's like, it just depends on what are the chances of me just dying and just losing everything. And that will depend on, again, the number advantage, which is the most important thing, and the distance. Because if you know you can't make it there in time, like let's say you're here and the fight is here, obviously farm, just stay on bot lane. But it's like, we're talking about a pretty close distance, you can always consider moving there. It's like even if it's a random fight, you have to ask yourself, okay, this is a random fight. If I'm gonna follow, it's a 2v4. Fuck it, I'm staying on bot, I'm not following. Same thing with 3v4. But if it's a random fight and it's close to me and it's also not a not number advantage on the enemy team, you can always consider fighting, always, because if you get a kill, like you know your team is anyways gonna do it. So the only the choice that you have to make is it a reliable fight for me? Like, can I reliably get a kill? And usually it's not reliably get a kill, but if they don't have number advantage and the fight is doable, that's the word, doable, and it's close to you, you can always consider fighting and just following. And don't worry, we have 3 hours, so we will have situations like this. We will have situations like this when we can...
Oh yeah, there will be lots of those.
We can follow, because I think this is good. First 17 minutes we analyze this. So next time I want you to prepare a game. Actually, you can't record your game, right? It's laggy, isn't it?
Well, we can do recordings like this, but like record with clicking is a bit difficult. Yeah.
Have you tried with OBS or something?
Yes, and it was way worse than the game we actually started to.
Did you try with LOL replay as well? Like with that
yes, app? I tried replace LOL. I didn't try OBS. I tried replace LOL.
And it was laggy, very laggy, right?
Yes. On the lowest setting, it was super laggy. I will if I manage to get some games on my desktop, I might be able to record it there.
You have a desktop as well? Okay.
Yes, but usually that's in a bedroom, and we have a baby sleeping there as well. So most of the time, when I can play or chats to you, I'm on my laptop. Yeah.
No problem. And replay is also fine. Like, okay, I mean, we can probably stay like 2-3 hours on this replay. Like, you should never stay on bot lane after you get the bot tower here. Once you get it, you want to group mid and you want to get mid tower and you want to play for Nash, like 1.5 minutes for the Maro Nasher. So the worst thing that you could do, absolute worst thing that you could do is this. You want to be mid lane. Diana should be bot lane.
I would like to go mid lane, but most of the time when I try to go mid, you have the Diana and Lux who will just like take the farm, and
Yeah, you're not there for the
l-
farm, because now you got the bot tower, so you're there for the fights.
But I should still be trying to get as much farm as possible, right?
Exactly, exactly. But in this case, why are you going bot lane? This wave is coming into them. Look at this, look at this. And now, Vex is here, but you should path towards mid, like this. Ping the Diana's head, ping bot lane, type, can you bot please? And if you see she's still staying mid and you have a wave here, then you can always consider going back to bot. But don't just surrender the call and be like, it's like the same thing you're doing with the leash. It's like, I know, it's okay. I know he's not gonna say yes. I am not even gonna ask for the leash. It's like, why? Maybe they say yes. I think you have a lot of patterns from playing with some people that they completely ignored you. They didn't give you anything. And then now you're not even asking. Like, you shouldn't really be worried about asking them to like let you mid lane or asking you to like, hey man, can we not leash? Stuff like that. Some people will say yes, some people will say no, but some people say yes. So there is no reason for you to stay bot lane here. You go mid, then you ping this guy to go bot. And again, if you see Vex pushing a big wave in this tower, you can always consider going back to the bot. And after you take this, now, okay, go mid, go mid, go mid, go mid, go mid, go mid. What are you doing? You're not never gonna get this tower. They will TP behind you. The objective is better Nashor in 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Why are you bot? You're never gonna get this tower. It's so overextended to get tired too. Tires are so useless. This is really bad. Look at this. And now you take the scuttle. How much gold do you have? 1.6k gold. You should have recalled, not get the scuttle. Because now you're mid lane and now you're just fighting with 1.7k gold. Instead of being here, you recall, you go mid and you get the skill while having 0 gold, while having the gold spent. We have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good. These are easy mistakes to fix with the coaching. They're not mechanical mistakes. Okay, so before
Well,
we go,
there
I
is
want
lots
to...
of those as well, but
Oh yes, with the W, but I will just show you. Okay, so I guess today we will see.
so
Okay,
what?
Oh yes.
So what should be the main things to focus on and improve on the when I'm playing now once we are done?
The first 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes. Positioning and just like synchronizing with the support. That's all. So that means
And
if she... Yes?
Synchronizing with the support, like what should I be looking for in terms of
Once
that?
the wave is pushed in, you kind of have to mirror the support. If she backs off, she doesn't do anything, just don't get poked and try to play safe. But if she walks up,
Okay.
get ready. Ask yourself, how can she go in? What is her job? And play around that. Like says the Q,
Okay.
get ready. If she's walking up and she's about to throw it, get in position. Because now you're just playing Kai'Sa, you're not playing Kai'Sa Lux. I want you to play 10 games on support, 2 on Lux, 2 on Lulu, 2 on Nautilus. So 1 Mage, 1 Enchanters, and the rest on melee.
I have some games on I have played some games on like engage supports. I have pretty much no games whatsoever on mage supports.
You have time. You have time. So this is what I want you to do also. Like the last thing, okay, if I'm gonna analyze this game, there's gonna be so many mistakes. Like now, Lux is there, Kayle is there, you're going towards mid lane, everyone is good bot lane. Now you take the wave mid lane, that's fine. And after take the wave mid lane, you go to bot. Okay, this is good. You again started the fight with the W. And at least now you're playing around your teammates. This is good. This is good. You're playing around your teammates. Ideally, of course, you don't want to be bot lane, but it's not really something that you can change because it's solo queue. But at least you're playing with your teammates. I hope you're gonna recall and you're gonna keep staying with your teammates and not go bot. Completely avoid top lane as well, unless you really have to. Okay, and now you're just gonna play around your teammates. That's fine. Later stages, you need to play around your teammates. Okay, so mid game is better. Mid game is better. Staying around your teammates. We're approaching the fight probably reasonably well for bronze. This is good. So as long as we're gonna fix the synergy with the support, you should be fine. Synergy with support. So I want you to watch the session one more time. I want you to play. So you also need to play. So you said you. Okay. So you said you just started again, right?
Yeah, last split. Yeah.
So what is the biggest thing? I think positioning, and yeah, positioning is definitely positioning on lane. But it's not really positioning on the laning phase, plus having a good idea about what the support can do. It just doesn't really feel like you're playing the laning phase. It just feels like the wave management was okay. Sure, it was random at some point, but it kind of felt like you're kind of thinking about it. But it didn't feel like you thought about, hey, how should I play this lane? Okay, I have a Lux. Okay, maybe I should position it around her. Maybe I should let her poke. Maybe I should get ready if she's...
Yeah, I definitely struggle playing around support when I came from top lane where I got some basics of the wave management, like, but playing around support, that's something I really don't understand pretty much at all.
No problem. Then we need to play lane minimum. How much do you usually get per day, like in a normal day?
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.